I have dreams. I have dreams of playing the banjo. I have dreams of speaking a couple more languages like Japanese and Russian and Mandarin. I have dreams of doing calisthenic moves like a planche, like a lever, and handstand push up. And I have dreams of making beautiful art, and I have dreams of buying a house in France, and I have dreams of like renovating my apartment and turning it into a kind of temple that looks like a temple in the clouds. But I don't do anything on those dreams. And I know it's sobering to know, and I do know this, that if I don't do a little bit every day, then it's never going to happen. And I'm going to suffer from the extra pressure of the distance between my dreams and my reality. But every day I come home from work and I don't want to make a decision on what to do. I just kind of want to sit back and like clean or listen to a podcast and clean, or clean and not listen to a podcast but still clean. I mean, I basically just want to do something with my body that is mindless. Sometimes I want to watch TV, but I'm pretty good at not really doing that. But sometimes I do. Yeah. So I decided to make what you're looking at here. Oh gosh, there. I decided to make a roulette wheel using AI to just program it as like a JavaScript thing. And I will be making a video every day around showing up for this roulette wheel, which is really only one part of like, I think I've totally blown out the audio on this. I'll check it later. It's only one part of a larger interface, which I built a couple months ago. There are like already 2 videos on it, but I won't go into it. It's basically a way to surface things from my archive and make something with them. But this roulette is more focused on what I can do without that interface while I get my setup here at home going. And on this roulette wheel are 5 categories, which are a bit cryptic, but I tend to work off of cryptic encoded things. So just a warning for the future and for now. There's Troubadour, there's the Fool, there's Cloud Embassy, there's Soma, and there's Architect. Troubadour are my bard fantasies, like being an amazing musician that can show up at a campfire or at a bar and just like wail, but beautifully. The Fool is kind of the wild card, so things that are a bit more spontaneous and like not thought out are in that category. And then Cloud Embassy is what I already mentioned about wanting to turn my apartment into a temple in the clouds. Soma is like the calisthenic stuff and just in general body work and stretching and things I don't do enough of, but that I really actually could just spend a night doing and it would be wonderful. And Architect is the kind of fundamental skills that I want to learn around formation and geometry and physics, and mainly I would learn these things through using a software like Blender or Touch Designer. So the idea of these videos is that I will actually spin this wheel and then pick something, and I have to do it. Like, it's creating this game for myself where I've outsourced the decision making to this random roulette JavaScript thing, and you'll see when I spin it that once it lands on a category, it'll go inside and there'll be like specific things within that category. And I'm very, very proud, even though I didn't really code it, AI did, but I'm very proud of the idea that I had of having the colors, like the primaries or whatever, some kind of semblance of main colors. And then each one, when you go into the main category, splits out into shades of color. And I think it's quite beautiful. So, yay. Okay. I'm going to spin it now. Yes. Okay, good. And now, do the second spin. Okay, good. So that's my evening and decision made. And I will maybe record a bit of the banjo and then stitch it together. But yeah, this is video 3 of 100 days of interfacing with my own dreams and turning them into a reality. All right. Okay, so I practiced a little bit of the banjo, and I'm such a beginner, and it's humbling and exciting because in other areas of my life, I feel like actually I probably know a lot, but I have no inclination to like make videos because for some reason the more I know, the more I feel that I don't know, but there are probably other people out there who are also like aged and interested in picking up something like a guitar or banjo, and I don't know, maybe also people who are kind of on multiple spectrums and can't just sit down and memorize chords. And so I'm back at my computer and I'm not looking at the camera because I'm looking at the screen, and I'm reading from Google Studio AI about chords and trying to understand what a D7 is and why it's just written there like I'm supposed to take that and know it. The chords that I learned are C major, a G major chord, which is super easy, and I think D major, and then a D7. So yeah, a D7 is a D dominant seventh. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna read this. So there's the 7th note in the scale of D major has been flatted and added. Flatted and added. Sick. And a D major 7th would be a natural 7th note, C sharp. And a D minor 7th would have a minor, okay, that makes sense, and a flatted 7th. So a D dominant 7th is not a D major 7th. Also, I couldn't really figure out why when I masked my camera, there's like a horizontal band. And I Googled it and no one else seems to have that issue. So whatever, it might just become a signature for me. Also, maybe my volume is really low. I'm not checking. Whatever. Okay. 7 notes in the name of first note. Yeah. Okay. So the dominant is the 5th and the tonic is the 1st. So why is this called a D dominant 7th? The chord naturally built on the dominant D note of the G scale is a D7. The D7 chord has a powerful urge to resort. Okay, Google says it's the most fundamental movement in all of Western music, from a D7 to a G. It's to be the chord built on the dominant 5th note of a key. This is not hitting for me. I might just have to bookmark this and come back to it. But yeah, learning. Okay, I'll go back to my banjo now. Okay, just an update. I think I figured it out now where, okay, so the D major, and then when you think about the G major scale, the notes in the D dominant 7th are all found in the G major scale and are actually the natural chord that you would create starting on the dominant of the G major, which would be a D. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to remember that, but whatever. It's in the Akashic Records. All right, so the effects of my banjo learning. Oh, already wrong. Okay, so this is a C, and it's a C major because I'm on the D string playing an E, and then I'm on open G, and then I have a C here, right? Yeah, because that's a, oh my god. Wait, this is a C, B, C, and this is E, and this is E, because these are both D, and therefore when I have a second finger or the second fret on both these, it's E's, and then this is a C. This is a C. Woo! Okay, and then I have a I guess that's the D7, and then this is, oops, huh? Oh, and this is D major because it's, oh my god, it's another E, and then there's the third fret on the C, fuck, third fret on, it's so hard being unable to just learn things. I have to actually think about them. Okay. So I don't know why this focus, there we go. Okay. What is the string again? This is a B string, so this is a third fret would be B, C, C sharp? No, C, D. That's a D. And this is D, F, D, E, F, D, E, F, D sharp, D. Yep, I'm gonna get this. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Banjo. I've got this, I'm gonna do one chord change and then I'm gonna okay, bye. I'm actually really looking forward to day 2 of this, or day 4, I guess. Day 5, whatever. Day 2. We're starting over. It's gonna be day 2.